Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live tonight. Day meltdowns. Okay, they are sponsored. Hi, Digital Ears. Sponsored by Monday Meltdowns. Hi, Nanette. Welcome in, everybody. All I ask is that you tap a screen. And yes, you are going to take notice to one thing. I have officially have turned off my gifts. I came to that conclusion that I don't want them anymore. I don't need them. My apologies. I know how much you all like to gift, but gift out to the ones that matter to you. And I know that I'm important, and that's fine. But yeah, I'm tired of the gifting. It's starting to give me a headache because they keep changing all the crap up. But this is Monday Meltdown, brought to you courtesy by my special one and only on the app, who was just recently live. We're going to run a few things up real quick today. Hi, KRB. Welcome in, everybody. No, I didn't miss my honey. I watched her in full force. My honey. The whole time she was sitting there ranting and raving, attacks and slurs and protected attributes. It was one of the ones that I turned around and reported. Frauds and scams, harassment and bullying. Now listen. We'll get into that in a moment. Yes. If I had to watch it, you all had to watch it too. Okay? Welcome into live, everybody. All I ask is that you just tap the screen. Get a tapper in here. I don't care how you do it, the way you do it. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to talk on Maggie. I'm going to talk on a few other ones too. I saw that. Hi, Gray Wolf. How you doing? Welcome into live. Okay, thank you, Jody. So to kick it off, you all took notice to the new links in the link tree for Christmas. Angel Tree is open. Oh wow, I didn't see that. Angel Tree is open. The application is in the link tree. You have to fill out the application in order to take care of that. Yes, we're going to get into her too as well. I have the other links that are in the link tree too, on top of just Angel Tree, Toys for Tots, and a bunch of other stuff. Look, I'm not going to disagree with anybody. Tomorrow is Judgment Day for some. I think just rewards are going to be served. And I want to make well known, that, she keeps running her mouth in reference to, Jeff and this person going to jail. Maggie, you have to understand, sweetheart, booby, you're the one that's actually committing the crime. You're the one that's actually scamming the government. Oh, yeah, I saw a lot of people get blocked. And what she doesn't seem to understand is she's sitting there saying that we're going to go to jail for what, would be the question that I would want to ask. And this is my opinion in my moment to ask. I mean, what? What am I going to go to jail for, Maggie? Am I going to go to jail for scamming the Social Security Administration? Am I going to go to jail for scamming state HUD housing? Or am I going to go to jail for scamming SNAP? Take your pick. You sit in your live, turn around and saying what you're saying, and you're entitled to what you want to say, but be very careful what you say, because what you're saying is being watched and recorded. Now, let's get into one thing real quick. When it comes to court hearings and trials, summary trials, if the judge sees fit and necessary to request financial records per the person, they are allowed to ask to see those records. Now, it could be an extension on the court hearing then, It could be a lot of things. It's up to the judge how they decide and how they choose to do it. Oh, I know. Well, you know, look, she may try to get out of court either way. If she doesn't go to court, I'm sure they're going to reschedule it. But, the other thing is, too, is you get those screen recordings and you show them to the court clerk to show admissive proof of what's going on. Well, then that's when you start throwing the wrench into the gearworks. Hi, Aaron. How you doing? Welcome to live, everyone. All I ask is just tap the screen, please. That's all I ask. So let me throw a picture up. I think this picture, I didn't see any problems in it. So yeah, we can also see the chat too. So this picture here, I like to call this demand and dump. Okay. Well, it's demand and dump. You can't tell what she's doing, so it doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with the picture. Do I think that they'll file a warrant? No. For her arrest for not showing up to court. What they will do will most likely give an extension. And then she'll have to go to court. That or else she'll do Zoom from the hospital. So, this picture here, I didn't feel was appropriate that she was doing this. And I just thought it was wrong. But the other picture that I really enjoyed was this one right here. No, she goes tomorrow for her court hearing. It's at 10 o'clock, everyone. So, yeah. And her vileness towards others and the disrespect that she showed. Hey, Maggie's calculator, how you doing? Her disrespect that she showed to others was just horrendous. Yeah, she is mean. She is mean. Oh, I know. Oh, I know she's giving me the look. Thanks, Super A. But no, I mean, look, you were just in the hospital for 2 weeks for double pneumonia. And then you come back and you're feeling 50% and you go live. Okay, it's your choice. But she goes live and begs for the money. She can't stop it. Court tomorrow is a trial summary for, I believe, harassment. No, I ain't helping my honey. Sorry, that's not me. Hi, Michelle. Welcome into live. Tap the screen is all I ask, everyone, please. Yes, it was TikTok villain. It was inappropriate. I would have never done it. And yet there's her mod sitting there supporting stuff like that. I don't get that. Obviously, it doesn't show enough, what's the word? Morals and couth. No, this is Maggie Foster. Well-known beggar and scammer. Yeah, I know. Hey, TikTok villain, I was right there with you. But yeah, etiquette. Thank you, Alley Cat. But here's the thing that you report, and I came across in reporting. Hateful behavior was one of the main ones because she was calling an awful lot of people the S word. And that is disgusting. I don't care who the hell she thinks she is. You don't be calling anybody that, by far. Yeah, I know. I did too. Yeah, and we're going to get into at least one of her mods, one that's the worst. Hi, Snap Crack Pop. How you doing? But, them sitting there supporting her doesn't make it look good for them. And that Sparkling Porter doesn't make it look good for her to be on a troll page, come in and dump money on her. How you doing, Happy Camper? Thank you for the invite to the live, too, by the way. But and yeah, she is frustrating. She's frustrating, and the fact that you go to report a live and it's not going down. But if you remember concisely, either last live or the live before, if you take notice to her page and her views on her videos, they're awfully high views. And some of them don't add up to the fact with how many people have liked her live or watched her live, which is giving me an indication that she's associated somehow in the creator fund. That's one of the reasons why I think she's not getting mannered. But here's the problem on the back end. If you're involved in the creator fund, you are not allowed to beg on TikTok. Okay, so that takes that out of the equation. So if that's the other case, either she or somebody else is buying her views. I mean, seriously, you get 90,000 views. You seriously, you only have 67,000 plus, followers. Where's the other 30-some thousand coming from? So somewhere along the line, somebody's buying views for her and her videos, which also supports your platform in a sense, because that way it upholds your platform to its standards. And I think that is the reason why her account is so difficult to get taken down. However, we keep reporting. I know it gets monotonous. I know it gets tiring. I know it gets old. Keep doing it. Yes, she is diabolical. She's calculative. She knows exactly what she's doing. That's without a doubt in my mind. She knows exactly what she's doing. That being said, you still keep reporting. Hi, Morgan. Welcome into the live. But that's what we do. Tim Nash. Yeah, I saw him earlier. And I know you may lose count, but here's the thing. On the other spectrum, we also have TikTok support. We could file a report with TikTok. Well, Gray Wolf, I'll DM you about that after the live. Yeah, there is another. Would I class her as another Kim Peters? Yes, exactly. Although, in my opinion, because we're entitled to our own opinions in this page, she is far. To me, she's far worse than what Kim Peters is. Yes, because she makes disgusting remarks to people, just disrespects people. I've even seen her. Hi, Red. How you doing, dear? I've even seen her this evening pretty much show little to no respect to her mods. Yeah, she was. And there was no reason for that. I mean, why? I mean, is it make you feel that you she felt entitled to other people's money tonight. She was demanding other people's money tonight. But the one thing that she seems to forget is who's the one that's got to go to court tomorrow? Not me, you. Yeah, I agree, Pumpkin. The money train has slowed down for her. I don't care what anybody says because people have gotten on to what she's doing and how she's doing it. And to the fact that I said it before in our lives before, the economy is tight. People don't have money to give. I mean, it's their money, period. How you doing? Good to see you, Sharon. It's their money. Yes, you're right, Maggie. It's their money. They can do whatever they want to, but you got to remember, it's not your money either. So, you get your money. You get your SSI. I've seen so many people turn around and make comments and statements in her live in the chat, and they immediately get blocked or muted. Why? Why? What do you got to hide, Maggie? What do you got to hide, mods? What, you don't feel that you should talk about it? Why? So she is getting SSI. Okay. What is it, because of the fact that you don't want people to dime her out and report her to SSI? That's their choice. You let them choose what they want to do. Oh, I know. I know. I think she's going to tone down her going to concerts here because of the results of what happened over the past 2 weeks. At least that'd be my opinion. But, it's just, to me, it's just not settling right because of the fact that she was demanding the money tonight. Now, here's a good question. Maggie, you didn't have to say much to know what bill you needed to be paid. I thought it was interesting because let's go down through the list. Lawyers' offices are mostly closed up by now. She was just live this evening demanding and entitling everybody to give her money. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Miss Sassy. She was demanding everybody to give her money. So let's take a look at the list. Lawyers' offices are mostly closed by now. Courthouses are closed. The only thing that you can go to is a grocery store. And most cell phone locations are closing up here shortly by 8. Welcome into live, everybody. All I ask is just tap the screen. That's it. So what is it? Your choice. Your internet? Or is it your cell phone? Yeah, I know. Well, and the thing is that it may be an office, but most places are closed. Hi, Kayla. Most places are closed by now in this state. Well, she may need to get a haircut, but I mean, that's her choice and how she does it. But I mean, if you're sitting there demanding money for a haircut to look good in court tomorrow, well, that's your choice. Well, she's probably going to have to go off to urgent care, and I hope look, I've said this before, and I don't care what she says about me. I don't wish ill will on Maggie. I don't. What I do wish is that she follow the guidelines and the law of what she's doing to this app. That's how I feel. And I'm entitled to that. Now, her thoughts and ideas of running up and saying about me going to jail and this, no, Maggie. Yeah, I know. A haircut isn't $100. Oh, I know it was real today. That's why I called the live Meltdown Mondays, or Monday Meltdown. Because that's exactly what it was. She was getting mad. She was getting irate. She was getting irritated. But you know what? Maggie, the only reason you were getting that way is because you don't have money of your own. You spend it, you blow through it, you waste it, and then you depend on other people on an app that you shouldn't be depending on in the first place. I mean, you see everybody else busting their butt. Yes, I'm going to bring her up too. You see everybody else busting their own butts, working their tails off, and yet you're going to sit here in HUD housing and demand other people to give you money. No, I'm sorry, that's not right. That is what's wrong with everything in this picture. And if you feel that you don't think that you're scamming, take another look. Because I can guarantee you, over the past 4 or 5 months, have you written every single dime down that you've received on your pay apps? And yes, I did see that she had a snafu with Apple, and I inquired about that. Well, Sheena's the same way. I'm not going to disagree about Sheena. She does what she does. Oh, shoot, I'm in trouble. Candy Kisses just came in. Damn. Oh, I knew she was pissed, but you know what? Good. She needs to be pissed, or at least mad. because she realizes now that the money train is slowing down. It's done. That train is coming to the station. Time to move on, Maggie. Okay? If you want to be on TikTok, that's fine. Do videos. Talk to your friends. Chat it up. But do not come on this app and beg for other people's money that they have worked. Oh, I know she threatened me. And it don't bother me one bit. I don't care. Because that's just screen recordings more for court. So keep it up, Maggie. Keep running it up the flagpole. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to be me the one looking through the bars. It'll be you. And you notice that I have not said anything severely negative or terrible or horrible about Maggie Foster. What I've said was the truth and facts. Yes, I know she's always begging for money. That's because she lives beyond her means. Period. She doesn't know how to budget her money. She doesn't know how to save money. And she expects everybody else to turn around and play her game. Oh, yeah, pay her way in what she does. Oh, yeah, she'll keep muting and blocking everybody. Thank you, Country Grammy. I appreciate that. And I am. I give everybody a chance. Now, that being said, brings me to another aspects in this live that ties in with a lot of the beggars and scammers. There are 4 levels that you should turn around and when approaching somebody that is begging. And you may not all agree with me, but it's the way that it was put out. First one that you want to do when it comes to an awareness or somebody that's offering resources to a beggar or scammer, you need to turn around and have compassion for that person. Do I have compassion towards Maggie? I'll be honest with you. No, I don't. I don't. Maggie Foster. I don't have compassion for her because of the way that she treats other people disrespectfully and wrong and handles her situation incorrectly. I'm sorry, that's me. We're all afforded our own opinions and everything. Yes, it is a different type of compassion for her. You're correct. Thank you, Country Grammy. The other aspect is listen to their story. Well, Maggie's story is a constant everyday story. She wants your money. She wants your money. Send your damn money to me. Yeah, if tied in, the mods could get wrangled into her problems. Yes, she has no respect. That's her story where it's a consistent, constant, everyday event. You know who else does that? Detroit Nike does the same thing. Hold on. I know you do. I know you do. You and I need to talk afterwards if you have time on DMs. So Detroit Nike, same way. Last night he wanted he was demanding $78. Then he threw a fissy fit. And yet he turned around and didn't get it. He did not get his $78. And he turned around and started complaining, crying, whining. Yeah, he is diabolical. But you know, there's a lot of things about him, and then we'll get into him real quick then too. That my mod and I were watching him last night and a couple times before that we started taking notice. And I think I got him pegged down. Oh, and look, my suggestion, if you want receipts, don't go in and say anything. Just go in under ghost mode and just watch them. Get screenshots, get screen recordings like one tonight. Maggie's Live. Somebody turned around and said that all4one has a link tree that could help you. Yeah, they got blocked. And then another person went in and said all4one has links for toilet paper. Ghost mode is when you turn off your gift rankings. All right, good examples. Kaylin, I'm not picking you out, but I'm just showing an example. Kaylin has the number 16. next to her name. If you're in this live, go to settings in your page. You'll see the three dots down below. Yeah, the arrow over, like you're going to share the live. Hit the arrow over. Oh, hit the arrow over and then go to settings. When you go into settings, you'll scroll down near the bottom and it'll say gifter level. You can turn that off. And once you turn that gifter level off, you simply just go into the live, don't say a word, and that's it. They won't know that you're in there, and they'll have a difficult time searching for you because your name doesn't pop up top of the list. Yep, I know you do, Schindler. You learned that a while ago. But, yeah, listening to their story, that's number 2. Number 3 is communicating well with them, being open to, helping out their plight. And then number 4 is offering resources and assistance where needed. This is Maggie Foster. She likes to turn around and threaten us by telling us that we're going to go to jail. But yet she doesn't seem to understand that I don't think it's me that's going to go to jail. I think it's her. Because if she says what she says that she's going to do and happen, well then, excuse me, Judge, I'd like to intervene. Yeah, Maggie Foster has been scamming the government for years. Would you like to go back and see screenshots and receipts? Yeah, Karma, I've seen that. That one keeps playing over in my head. You had to remind me of that. Thanks. Uh, I can tell you this. It's somebody you probably know. I'll just leave it at that. Trust me, you most likely know. Yes, her court case is tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Yes, it is a... Oops. What did I do wrong? I hit a wrong button, sorry. I like this picture better. We'll get into that one. Okay, now I'm back. Sorry about that. Can't quite do it correctly. Anyways, you can tell, and I'll be honest with you, in this picture here, she did not look good. She did not look like she was feeling well, would be the best way. Skinny Joey's for a cheesesteak after you're done, if you haven't already, not far. Okay, I'll look into that. Yeah, Miss Debbie. What you'll do is you'll hit the arrow button over in this live here. Court is for basically harassing. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's a specific name without putting up the actual court hearing. Oh yeah, she's stressing. You're right, Belle. And you know what? That's not of any of our fault. That's hers. What she got herself into. Yeah, slide to settings. Thank you, Schindler. I don't know if she is. Well, she could be because of, her situation for 2 weeks. Um, in one of my, I think I have it. Oh, no. Boss lady, in my link tree, if you go into the link tree and you slide down, you'll see the page for Social Security Administration. Go to that page and it'll give you the number that you can call. And that's for anybody. That's anybody. You know, anybody that you feel is necessary is doing wrong or rightfully wrong on this app and stealing and thieving from the government. That's your choice, whether you want to make those correct calls. Oh, yeah. That's going to be interesting tomorrow. But look, you know, I don't want to hear this. Yeah, I've already brought up Faith. Well, she was eating watermelon this evening, so. But with what she says and how she handles herself is inappropriate and incorrect. She should not be acting like that. Yes, it will stay until you change it back. So, my suggestion, and this is what I've done, I'll keep this account as a normal account and keep my gifting level on. But I have what's known as troll accounts, accounts that you don't even know that I have. Now, some of you may, because I have reached out to you before, but the troll accounts that I do have on here have nothing on it. Nothing. And they do have enough followers that it makes it look like it is a real account. Yes, and as awareness, you need to have a few. And it never hurts to have a few. But that being said, yeah. Now, she did get her money finally. She did get her $16. It was donated to her by Sparkling. Yeah, and that's the good way to do it, Kelly. That way they don't know who you are. Yeah, I got quite a few accounts too, Pumpkin. I got two devices. Plus, I have my computer as a backup. Yeah, that's something that I want to bring up, Karma. It's interesting. But yet her mods sit there and turn around and, you know, they're quick to block, quick to mute, quick to get you out of that live when you're speaking truth and facts. Well, yeah, and her mods don't have to. So then if her mods don't have to, what makes you think everybody has to themselves? You know, and look, I'm only going to be honest. Uh, those that do give her money, you'll never see that again. And I've seen where the beggars and scammers, you give them money, they'll block you right away. Yeah, she's back. Don't be chooch. She's back. And, you know, that's the other thing, too. Let's get into that real quick. I want to touch base on that. TikTok said that they were going to enforce their regulations and their community guidelines. If those guidelines did drop supposedly today, I have not seen one single thing of enforcement on those guidelines at all. And I will not trust them until I start seeing the enforcement of it. Now, that being said, I'm going to put something up that I think I want to bring up to about Maggie and not just her. I'm not going to single her out. I think it's this page. Yes, it is. Sorry it runs into the chat, but you see all those pay apps right there where there's a will and there's a way. She lost her Apple Pay. She lost her Cash App. According to her, she doesn't have a Cash App. However, I do feel that she has one just in case, and it's one of her mod's Cash Apps. That being said, any of those pay apps, the majority of them are non-reportable pay apps. However, I think if you verbally call them, and I'm not sure because I haven't done the further research on it. That's my fault. I take full blame for that. That you can report them. I know Venmo you can because I've already looked into that. I have Venmo, but nobody else has it. But my honest feelings is, and I'm going to say this, you start taking down their pay apps, it is going to put a stop to a lot of the beggars and scammers that are on here. Period. That's my opinion. Because obviously with us reporting, it's not getting enough headway or enough to get them off the app or discontinued. So the other avenue you have is, like I said, TikTok support. Report the page, report what they're doing, report how they're treating people, take screenshots, put them in there, attach them to the file. And that's how you can turn around and report them too as well. Look, we all have to stick in this together as an awareness group and who we are and what we do. And if we do it together, we can start putting a notch. Do I think that we've slowed down a lot of their money trains? All of us? Yes, we have. And I couldn't be more prouder of everyone in this chat and everyone that's in awareness doing it appropriately. That's how I feel. Now, let me get this picture off so you can turn around and we can all see the chat together. There she is. There she is. Oh, my honey. No, her mods will not have to show up in court. It's just Maggie. So, but no, I mean, in all honesty, that's how I feel. And we're all entitled to those thoughts. No, I think they will find her guilty. Yes, I'm going to bring her up too. But I figured I'd bring Maggie up first for foremost because of her accusations of me going to jail. Do not pass go. Okay, Maggie, whatever. Whatever. The court is about, without getting into specifics, more or less harassment and something else. I don't know whether she's going to go to court or not. They may give an extension, but the longer you give an extension, the more you're just putting it off. Now you're wasting court time. And court doesn't stand for that kind of crap. Yeah, she'll most likely get a fine. If I had my thoughts of what may happen, she'll probably have to pay a fine and restitution to the courts. Because I did hear her say earlier that after tomorrow, she's most likely going to be broke. They were two individuals that are on this live, or on this live. She also, yeah, you're right. She may get community service too, if pushed hard enough. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. If she does that, then by technicalities, the judge can request how she turned around and got her funds to pay her fine. Yeah, yeah, she did that too. Well, I look at it this way. She stepped in her own pile of poop. Literally, you get yourself out of it, Maggie. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, she has a lot of quarters. In case you didn't realize, I have a video of her digging in her purse for quarters. Uh, yeah, that's a good one, Kayla. She pretty much harassed everybody. Yeah, well, see, that's just it. She's not disabled. Mm-hmm. Now, remember, myself, she got to touch Chris Brown, according to her. She didn't care what anybody else did. Like, whatever. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, that's Maggie in a nutshell. I don't think they're going to let her get out of the court hearing. I think she'll end up having to go to Zoom because that's an alternative way for them to do it. Unless you're on oxygen and physically unable to talk, I'm pretty sure they're going to push for you to be in that court hearing. Yes, stalking charge. She's got a lot of. She's getting into the problems herself. You know, when you come on this social media app and you put yourself out there and you turn around and start demanding money from others and you feel that you're entitled, I'm sorry. Okay. Should I check my text messages? or IG. No, she doesn't. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. I think she plays it. Yep, yep. And then calls people the S word. No, I'm sorry. You know, if you're a mod for her, I would not support that whatsoever. I don't care who. But yeah, I mean, you're going to sit there and literally demand money from people. Sorry, Maggie. And Maggie, if you're in here, hi. If you would like a box, you're more than welcome to come up into a box and we could discuss who you think is right and wrong on scamming. I mean, apparently, allegedly to you and your mods, they all say and you say that you're not scamming. Well, if you're not scamming, why are you taking money from the government and then begging for money and then not reporting all that income to the government? I mean, that's a lot of money, Maggie. Just being honest. Yeah, let's get into that while we're here. You know, her mods. Would you like to see one of her mods? One that everybody loves so much because she's got a mouth, but yet is too scared to get up into a box. There she is. There she is. Maggie, you can report me all you want. I don't care. I don't care. I'm putting out pertinent information that is true and honest. If you don't like that, grab a box. Prove me wrong. Easily broken. You know, the other night, a while ago, you were administering medication to people while you were in a live. Why would you do that and risk somebody else's life? I'm sorry, that's just wrong. And then you sit there and turn around and have the audacity to sit there and say that Maggie's not a scammer. Okay, prove to me that she's not a scammer. Okay? Prove to me she doesn't scam the government and takes other people's money and yet doesn't report it. Okay? But you won't do that. You won't even grab a box like Maggie. Maggie doesn't grab a box because she doesn't feel that she owes anybody an explanation other than the fact that she scams everybody out of their own hard earned money. You know, the ones that pay taxes on that money and then turn right around and give it to her. I just don't understand that. I really don't. And then you sit there high on the hog as a mod, muting and blocking, muting and blocking, muting and blocking. Why? Because you feel that it's your job to do that? That you feel that it's adequate to do that? I don't think it is. Let people speak the truth. What do you got to worry about? It's not you that's going to go to jail. It's Maggie. You know, the one that's stealing from the U.S. government. I mean, on a secondary note to the fact that what you do, I'm sorry, it's disgusting. It's disgusting to the fact that you're supporting a scammer and a beggar. And yet that's what's in your bio. That's not smart. I'm sorry. That's just degrading and sad. And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. So, yeah, I'm talking on you, but I'm not being disgusting and nasty and calling you names and that and everything. Old man, this, that, and that. No, that's not who I am. But it's funny that you can't do the same thing. That's sad. And Maggie, let's go back to this picture. Since you're in here, Maggie, Let's go to this one. I love this one. This one's appropriate, right? Not. How about no? That wasn't her finest moment, folks. Hi, Tammy. How you doing, dear? She's in the live. She came in. She's not going to say anything, but that's okay, Maggie. You know, this picture here, I like to turn around and call it the masterpiece. Demand and dump. Yeah. But yeah, that's Maggie Foster for you. And listen, you want to keep giving your own hard-earned money to her? See, this is what doesn't make sense. If you know that you're being watched, why would you turn around and keep coming on asking for money if you knew or you didn't know that you were being watched by several organizations that are keeping tabs on you when they ask about your at on social media? Because you think for 1 second they're going to turn around and keep saying about it's okay? No, they're gathering evidence, sweetheart. So, the plumbing didn't back up. So that's Maggie Foster. Yeah, and look, you all in the live can report her to TikTok support. And that's exactly what I would do. How you doing, biker? Thanks for coming in. And that's my honest opinion. If it was me, oh, I'd be reporting her to TikTok support. I already reported her. Not once, but twice. I'm doing great. And it's TikToksupport.com. You want to take her off this app, get her off this app, go to Instagram. I don't care about Instagram, Maggie. What I do care about is the fact that you're still going to do it. And you will get caught. But nonetheless, that's your choice. Oh, and by the way, you continuing to do it only adds up to a federal offense, a felony. Welcome in, Scammy Claus. Is considered a felony because the amount of money that you've scammed from the government and you've taken from other individuals. So let me know how yeah. Oh, we can't forget the money laundering with the Cash App that's somebody else's. I totally forgot about that. Oh, she's done that a couple times. Yep, Scammy's in the house. So, oh wait, what did you say? I missed it. I'm sorry. Let me go back here real quick. Maggie's in here. She's probably reporting live. Yes. I'm saving Austin tomorrow for my bestie, Brittany, to bring awareness out on him. That's if we still have TikTok by Wednesday. Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, don't worry, Scammy. I saw you in Maggie's live. Girlfriend. I saw you go in. I was in ghost mode. Court tomorrow for Maggie is at 10 o'clock. It is in reference to harassment, stalking charges. Yeah, oh, I know you got muted immediately. My mod and I were watching, and then 1 minute the mod turned around and they said, "Oh, there's Scammy Claus," and then the next minute, "Oh, there goes Scammy Claus." Look, if she pushes the wrong buttons, that could happen. If they have enough evidence, and I'm pretty sure they do, because the one is very intelligent, the other one is good at keeping receipts. So I have a feeling it's not going to end well for her. But that's why if it was me, I wouldn't have been going live asking for money. No, not Ray J. Ray J supports Maggie. No, she does not have a payee. Oh,
Hey,
hi. How you doing, dear?
did you say Magalicious is in here?
She was. She's left.
Oh, Mag, I'm sure you're listening. Let me give you some advice when you go to court tomorrow. Okay? When the judge starts talking to you, tell the judge to shut up, bitch. Okay? They like that. Tell them to shut up, bitch. That's the first thing. When they start talking, talk over them. Okay? Start yelling at them, start stuttering, and tell them to send in boo boo. Okay? Do that. And maybe poop yourself. I mean, that could help.
I could.
It might.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what she probably doesn't even realize? Let's face it. All the investigations with her, I would not put it past the government to be waiting for her tomorrow.
You know what? I
When
was sitting
she
there and thinking
appears
the
in
same
court,
thing this evening.
because they know she's going to go to court. They
Yep.
know it'll be an easy pickup. She'll be right there.
Well, I did do some research on that in reference to the judge. If at any point in time the judge feels that it's necessary to know the one's individual financial records and financial status, the judge can ask to see that. The judge has a right. Oh, and by the way, it's a female judge.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Mag, you're in trouble.
that's all I got to say. I mean, yeah. Hey, Maggie, yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Maggie, when you go in, ask the judge if you can borrow $100 to pay your fine off.
Yeah, or Mag, I hope tonight you did get a seafood boil because it could be your last for a while.
Yeah. Well, and look, I'm gonna put it out there. If she was sitting there feeling sick or ill, that's all story time. That's all play games.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
a
yeah.
setup there in itself.
Yes, it is. Well, we got video from tonight, so if she doesn't appear in court, we'll let them know she was doing fine tonight, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We'll let
The
them know.
individuals that are going off to court have a lot of screen recordings and a lot of receipts.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, Mag, enjoy your sleep tonight in your bed because it might be your last for a while. Thanks, all for one.
Oh, you're welcome, dear. You stay safe tonight.
You too.
Bye. But no, I mean Maggie's gonna do what Maggie's gonna do. But all I gotta say, you better have all of your documents together. Hey, you know what? Take that blue note binder with you and let them see the blue note binder. I'm sure they'd be interested in seeing that. Take your blue pen too. Okay? That's all I gotta say. So, all right, let's move on to the next victim. I watched him last night. Yeah, he was having a crash out moment too. There you go. Um, I turned around and stated that, hey, the gas station's hiring. You should go get a job. Yeah, he turned around and was rude as snot. Let me get a better picture here. I got a better picture. Sorry. This one's going to be better. This one's actually from his live last night. So the questions that I would ask is, and I'm only being honest when I ask this because I'm entitled to ask an honest question. Hey, Nike, why didn't you go live after 11 o'clock when checkout time was? Was that because you were sleeping all night and into 11 o'clock in the morning? Or was it because you went back to your quote unquote Airbnb? Yeah, I know, the gas prices. Yeah. And yet he goes back to his so called Airbnb to his sister's apartment to crash there and sleep there, and then turns right around and comes back out late at night, sits there and turns around and does the whole thing over again. The whole thing. Now, last night he was $78 short and he didn't get it. He actually turned around and had to get off live. But see, that's the thing. He didn't get it, so he didn't get his hotel room. So then where did he go? Back to his sister's. So him running his own little show and his pity party, nah. I read right through you like a wet tissue paper, Nike. Sorry. Well, and you know what? He doesn't want to get a job. He will never get a job. But here's the thing. He gets off this app. Between him and Maggie are the two most individuals that I'd want to see to be off this app completely. For the simple fact that they've been doing this way too long, taking too much advantage of other people's gracious and goodness, and taking their money. Period. It's time to pull the big boy pants up and start getting a job. And you know what? The same goes for Maggie. She can get a job. She chooses not to. But, that's Nike. But if anybody gives him money, no. Oh, the other thing, too, and I found this out today, he had 5 mods. Yeah, he's down to 2. He got rid of 3. He got rid of 3 of his mods. And if I was his ex-mod, oh, I'd be spilling my beans all about him. I haven't watched them in a while, Josh and Zeta. But if I was one of his mods, I'm sorry, that's me. I'd turn around and spill the beans on him. I'd give anything and everything to know about what's going on. Yeah. He doesn't want to take resources. He laughs at them in your face. He doesn't want anything to do with resources. None whatsoever. And that's his choice. But don't sit here and come on a public app putting your public life out there saying that you're homeless when you're really not, Nike. Okay? You weren't homeless when you had your own apartment, but you sure as heck couldn't pay for that. But yet you paid for something else, didn't you? Oh, I know he does. I've watched him multiple times. But look, that's his choice. He wants to keep begging. Well, then I'm going to keep bringing awareness about him. He's a liar, a habitual liar, a manipulator, and I've had run-ins with him before. He is 100% a racist person. And I am sorry, I do not support somebody on this app that's going to be like that. Yeah, Ty, he is back. He's only went live once on the 12th for about 35 minutes, and then he got off. But we're going to hold live about him. I have my thoughts on him. Yeah, he's very arrogant. You're right. Very arrogant. He doesn't care about anybody's thoughts, their own opinions. He only wants your money, and that's it. Yes. He is super racist. So, that being said, why would I want to ever turn around and support somebody that's going to be like that? Look, my own thoughts are everybody deserves a chance and an opportunity. Oh, I did, and yeah, it doesn't look good for them. And those are reportable videos, just to let you all know. If you come across anybody that does any kind of derogatory, disgusting videos in reference to an individual that became unalive only because of his own beliefs, I'd report him. I don't care. So that's how I feel. I mean, the one that really is gut wrenching to me is to watch his daughter run across the stage to her father. I know. And that's just sick. Sorry. I don't support anybody that's like that. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are. But Nike, nah. And well, that's the thing, is he's sadly mistaken in reference to that. I don't hate the guy. I just dislike what he's doing and how he treats other people. And like I said, I feel that everybody deserves at least a chance and an opportunity. I gave him enough chances and enough opportunities that no, I'm sorry, you don't get those chances anymore. Just same as Kim Peters. Kim Peters was lucky because I did give her a second opportunity, and she did reach out to me and send me DMs and so forth in reference to trying to get help and assistance with her apartment rent. But then she never wanted to do the legwork, so that's on her, not me. That's right. Respect is earned, it's not given. But, and I'm sorry, I don't have respect for Nike whatsoever. I don't care who he is, what he's all about. According to him, as bad as it may sound, I don't give a fuck. Your plight and your problems are not ours. Don't bring them to an app and ask for other people's money when right behind you is a gas station that I'm sure is hiring. But his choice, his decisions put him in that position. That's not us. Yeah, exactly. He is just like Maggie. And, you want to feel like you want to give your hard earned money? Go right ahead. But remember, the economy's only going to get worse. Yep, he is young and able bodied to work. He chooses not to. He'd rather feed off of other people. And yes, I've seen some videos pop up. In fact, I saw one today. It was a young lady who turned around and I know who it is, but I'm not going to put her name out there. She's on it. I'm doing good, Dana. But she put out a video stating that she was willing to help Nike, and he blocked her. And then she went on a 2-minute rant about him. Well, if beggars and scammers want to take your money and then block you, why would you want to continue to give money to scammers and beggars? Keep your money to yourself. It's yours. No, she goes tomorrow at 10 o'clock for her court hearing. That's if she goes. I don't know if she is going or if she needs to appear, but yeah, we already got into talking about Maggie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But you know what? Nike is one that you could read across the page. You could tell when the guy lies. He'll sit there and look away from the camera each and every single time he makes a statement. And then he'll get upset and angry when somebody turns around and states a fact or something of truth. He doesn't like that. In fact, he detests it, especially when it comes from a woman. Oh yeah. So in my personal belief, I would just report his lie. I've seen him show hate and harassment and bullying to other individuals. Yeah, they all scammers hate the truth. They do not like the truth. They hate it. You know why? Because it slows down their money train. They don't want it. They don't want that truth out there. But yet here we are providing truth, facts, receipts when needed. What's the problem? What, you don't like the fact that we're speaking truth and facts? Or is it because of the fact that it slows down your money train? Yeah. Oh, he's been around. He's been on. He's been on lately. Yeah, I'm surprised too that the fact that they're giving money. Yeah, TikTok villain, and that's why they're going to continue to keep muting people because they don't want the truth to come out. And like I had said earlier, what is Maggie's mods going to have anything to do with it? It's not like it's them that's going to jail. I mean, seriously, unless you want to get deeply involved in situations like that, then hey, by all means, give them your full name and everything. And we'll see how far that gets you. And here's the other thing. The only time a beggar and a scammer is going to mute or block you is when they have something to hide themselves. Remember that. They are going to turn around and hide everything they can and shut you down so that you don't turn around and put out that information. That's why you go through troll apps or burner pages to get that truth out. And they can't stand that. They don't like it. That's how it is. You don't like it, fine. I'll go on my app, my platform, put out the information that we do know. And from what I saw and what I've gotten and what I've seen, he's lying. He goes right down the street. So, but yeah, Nike, $78 last night, didn't get it, and he ended his life. And he was sitting at the bus station or those little bus cubicles. I mean, come on, Nike. You're getting a little repetitious. And like I said, he got rid of 3 of his 5 mods. And I think he got rid of them because they weren't showing any support. Yeah, he's become predictable. You're right, Karma. You're absolutely correct. And that's how I'd look at it. Predictable. So, but you know who else is predictable? And like clockwork? Hold on. Where is she? I know I got her. Here she is. Here she is. Dr. Pepper Lover. No, nothing much new on Sheena. She's not getting the support that she feels that she deserves. Uh, this is Dr. Pepper Lover. Look, she was begging and asking for money for a mattress from the thrift store, $100. Do I think that she works? No, I don't. Oh, I know you do, Naomi. I've been watching her like a freaking hawk. Oh, she was begging for groceries today. You know, oh my gosh. That's interesting because it's funny that you said that. Hold, please. I got 3 screenshots to put up. Oh, look at that one. Instacart. September 5th. Okay. You ready? There's another one. August 28th. Here's another one. September 9th. Now look at this. Look how close they are. 5th to the 9th. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's interested, these are screenshots from her own videos. This is not done maliciously or incorrectly or wrongly. She decided to put these out as a receipt for her Instacart. That's her choice, but I don't think that I would have put it out. But hey, to each is their own in life. Look at that one. There she is. So anyways, Dr. Pepper Lover, she was sitting there. She's constantly scamming. And hey, look, you're scamming and begging for people. You know, she sits there and says that she's going to get more hours next month. How much do you want to make a bet she's not going to get any hours? Oh, I know she has. I know she got the mattress. She posted a video of it. I saw it. Yeah, you're right, Karma. That's where I'm starting to question the factor. But here's the other thing. I don't know if I, well, yeah, I can because it's on TikTok. Um, if you search her pages, the amount of pages that she has, one of them on TikTok is her page. And it clearly states that she's disabled. Now, I find that awfully interesting. Yeah, her neighbors apparently give her smokes. Uh, yeah, and let me guess, when you went in to offer her resources, she muted you or blocked you, right? Well, there's a couple individuals that were, yeah, I know. I saw that too. She loves to dox herself on a daily basis. Well, that's fine. She can watch me too. I don't care. But she blocked me for offering resources. Now, why would you do something like that? I'm just asking for a friend. I offered you help and resources, and you apparently didn't want it. Now, why wouldn't you have wanted that? Uh, Individuals that are unsuspectable of what she's doing and how she's committing it, that's fine. She can stream me all she wants. I can stream her too. Forget I have a second device in the house on top of my computer, so let her be known. She blocked me. That's her choice. But here's the thing, they can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. When you bring out facts and truth about an individual, I mean, she has a second device. Why do you need to have a second device, but yet you're sitting here begging for money? Sell the second device. It's already been brought up to you and you choose not to. Is that second device because you have a page that's called Mama's Family? Yeah. Just look up Dr. Pepper Lover. Here, let me see if I can go find it real quick. I got it. There it is. There you go. Sorry, chat. If you can't see the chat, my apologies sincerely. Hey, why do you have another page? And that you made yourself moderator. Now, if you go to this page, it'll lead you to other pages of hers and other pages of her main page. It's the gingerbread, well, the underscore gingerbread. Uh, and you search that, it'll bring up the multitudes of pages that she has. And one of those pages will tell you and direct you that she's disabled. So if you're disabled, why are you begging for money? And, she showed the room. I mean, I think this is only okay to put this information out because she showed it herself. Oh, here's a better picture of that. Look, am I wrong in saying that page there says I'm disabled? Gingerbread? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, if you're disabled, is that why you're working part time at McDonald's? Oh, and by the way, thanks yeah, I know. Thanks for reaching out to me and trying to friend me on my troll account. I don't accept friends, especially when it comes to beggars and scammers. But that's okay. I've got you. We've got you as awareness. Just saying and putting it out there. This is her backup page. She's a moderator for her own live when she goes live on Dr. Pepper Lover. Look, I'm not going to disagree with you, villain. You know darn right well, you and I see eye to eye 95% of the time. I agree. Uh, whether she gets a bed or not, that's up to her. But I wouldn't have supported that. I would have turned around and went other avenues to turn around and get her a bed. I would have turned around and offered her resources. I would have done the research to turn around and get her one through the right, proper channels, not sit there and take other people's money. I mean, seriously. Oh, she got fired. Well, if you have those receipts, Schindler, you know my Instagram. You can send me the video, or you know what? I have a way to get that. Don't worry about it. I got it taken care of. Yeah, I know. Beggars can't be complainers. But, while we're at it, you know, no, that's okay, Schindler. You're good. I have a way of getting it. Let's get into the aspects of what she. This is interesting. Now, this is her own live, mind you. All. These are some of the screenshots or the video footage that she was showing of her apartment. What I find interesting, that air mattress she stated got a hole in it. Yeah, that air mattress apparently got a hole in it and she threw the covers off. Now, why would you throw the covers off immediately and just leave them there on the floor? I would have at least had the respect to pick them up and then turn around and gotten the mattress the right way. But, that being said, she can watch me all she wants. I don't care. It's funny that you turn around and stated that you didn't have the air mattress, but yet you had two other adjacent rooms that you didn't seem to want to turn around and show any receipts or proof of those said rooms. One of which I can almost guarantee you a dime on a dollar, it's a bedroom. Oh, and by the way, dear, um, hold on. You like to stream me. There you go. You can sit and stream all you want. Is that what you're doing right now as you're streaming me? Bringing awareness to you and about you? You seem to forget there's a lot of things that can be done the proper way. And thank you to the fellow awareness person that sent me this picture. I appreciate you. But hey, that's okay. You keep sitting in that chair begging for other people's money for groceries. Oh, Maggie's back? Hi, Maggie. Did you come back in to say hi? This is Dr. Pepper Lover, aka Gingerbread. Currently live streaming us all right here. Oh, I know you do, little man. You cover everybody with facts and truth when it comes to videos. No, that's not Kim. That's Dr. Pepper Lover. And she's live streaming my live right now. But see, she seems to forget. I can do the same thing, dear. I'm just saying. No, I did not get your info. You need to resend it to me. But no, she turned around and put up those pictures. Oh, yes, I did get your, yeah, I did. I did. Um, but she decided to put up that information in reference to her apartment complex or her apartment. Okay, now, according to her, she states this chair doesn't work any longer. Okay, that's fine. But you have a hallway back that way, which possibly could lead to a kitchen. And if you look to your left on our grand tour, there is another hallway that leads possibly back to the bathroom and to another bedroom. So why didn't you bother taking us on a tour of the apartment? I would have loved to have seen it. I'm just saying. But yet you're going to sit here and beg for people's money to get a mattress and a box spring. Okay, that's fine. I get it. But you know what? Here's the kicker. Air mattresses are sturdy. They're strong. How to get a hole in it? Just asking. Ah, who said that? Who said that? Was that you, Bugs? Yep. Yep. When she took those sheets off, 10 to 1 odds says that she turned around and kicked those sheets off of that air mattress and threw it back in the hallway or in the spare adjacent room. So that way then she could have sat there and said, yeah, I do need to get my box spring mattress. People were asking for receipts. You didn't want to show them. Okay. That's what receipts are for, to turn around and put everybody in their place. Now, granted, you did post a video about the mattress and the box spring, but what about the air mattress? Why didn't you bother showing that? Don't sit there and tell me that it's because you threw it out. I wouldn't have thrown it out. I would have kept it as a receipt. The other factor is that runs into it is to the fact that they make patches for air mattresses. Just to let you know. I've already had to use them myself. I'm only being honest. But hey, you want to run up your own totem pole? That's fine. I'm going to do the same thing. Remember, you blocked me. I didn't block you. Oh, I know. I know she asked for $100 daily. Uh, I don't know about that chick, Jen. I don't know. If I was her, I'd probably turn her page private. That way people don't get information on what she's doing and about how she's doing it. That's just a suggestion to me. That's just me. There's her door. There's her pillow. There's her blanket. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, dear. I saw that she scratched out the bed's name tag, which is interesting. Why did you scratch on the bed? I would have been proud that you begged for money from other people to get that type of a bed. If I was you. But I'm not, because I do things the right way. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree on that. In the state that she lives in, they do have thrift stores that do sell box springs and mattresses. If you say you got fired, get another job. It's not hard. There's plenty of jobs out there that are hiring. But don't sit there and turn around and say that you're disabled, and then you say that you have a job, and then you got fired, and then you're on here begging. That, you know what? You know what? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Little man, you know what? You're absolutely right, because in the state that I live in, it is against the law to resell old mattresses that have been used because of health code, health violations, so forth and so on. They don't want that. Yeah, yeah, we don't do any of that in here. Just to let you know. That's another point too that I want to bring up, and you can all turn around and agree to disagree with me whatsoever. Anybody that's going to hold a live, all I would suggest is to do it correctly, to do it the right way. And I'm probably going to wrap things up here for the night. Do it the Hi Patty, how you doing? Uh, do it the right way. You know, no, it's not nice. I don't make fun of people. I find it very disrespectful. I dislike and hate people that body shame. I don't like it. It's not right. I mean, their appearances is oh, you have a good night too. Their appearances are who they are. It's how they choose to be. That's their choice. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to disagree. I feel that it's bullying as well. Um, but that's why, those 4 steps that I turned around and talked about earlier this evening, you approach them with compassion. You follow what's going on with them. You find out what's going on with them. You try to get a better understanding where they're going. Well, I don't agree with that. And if anybody's in here that's going to do that, all I ask is that you leave. I'm not going to turn around and tolerate that in this live. Sorry. Um, that being said, that's who I am. And that's all that we should all be in awareness. Now, as awareness, if you're going to put out pertinent information, you're going to do it. Each person does it their own way, their own know-how, their own page, their own platform. It's okay. Just, apologize and we move on. We learn from our lessons. We learn from what other people are saying. We're better than that. With everything that is going on in this world, it to me, honestly, it wouldn't hurt to show a little love every now and then and to be a little more respectful would be the best way to put it. I feel sorry for a lot of these individuals. Yes, I do. But in that same aspect, they got themselves into that situation. You know, that's what they're doing. They got themselves into that situation. That's their fault. We're all here just to try to help them out and walk them through life. Whether you save the money, you bank the money, you earn the money, it's your money. But if you want to give it to somebody else that doesn't care and is going to consistently and yes, exactly. Thank you, Bugs. I was getting to that point. And the other thing is too is that I wanted to make mention too, as individuals that bring awareness, not all of us wear capes, or wear hero outfits. You know, we are who we are because we decide and choose to do the right thing. If people don't like how we do it, no, you're okay. It's fine that you're new to this. But if you're going to be who you are, be the better person in life, be the better one to step up and say, "Hey, look, we're doing the right thing. We're putting awareness out on individuals. We're doing it the correct way." Um, and that's who I am. So, you know, be the better, yeah, be the better people that we are and that we deserve to be. That's how I look at it. Because in life, there's some. Oh, Libra girl, I wanted to ask you, how's your Mets doing? uh, I'm gonna get yelled at for that one. But we are better individuals. Um, well, yeah, and if she lost her job, I'm sorry you lost your job. But hey, guess what? I have links in my link tree. Oh, wait a minute, you blocked me. That could help you land a job, whether it be out on the street somewhere, working a job in retail or something. I have links. Oh, I bet you Nike's going to be asking for at least 78 to 90 some dollars. Easy tonight. But yeah, not everybody wears capes and is a superhero. But having a senior moment, I believe, is the page. I was watching her live today and she was streaming Tim Nash. Oh, Abby, let me ask you a question, and I'm only going to be respectful. You can say no. Would you like to have a box? Hey, and nobody is going to turn around and bash you. They do, they're gone. I'll send you an invite, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an ex-mod. Her name is Abby.
So this is about the Dr. Pepper lover.
Yeah, aka Gingerbread.
Yeah, yeah. I was the mod on there, okay, and I felt sorry for her. And then the whole bed thing happened. She wouldn't show that she didn't have a bed, so I said, "Well, I'll pay for the whole thing if you show that you really don't have a bed." She paused and said she had to go to the bathroom. All of a sudden, comes back. Then she shows that she don't have a bed, but you can see it in the hallway. But she wouldn't show the hallway. So she ended up blocking me because she got mad at me that I was calling her out. I said, it's not true. You don't need a bed. You're lying about what you need the money for. She's on every day asking for something else, whether it's groceries, whether it's a bed, it's something for her neighbor, something. It's always something.
Right. Well, you did the right thing by calling her out
Yeah.
but you did it the respectful way. And I want to put that out there right off the bat. I was in her live when she did that.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it with respect because she respectfully asked to see said, said bed, said mattress, said everything. And then she got upset, and I saw everything that happened. And I'll just be honest with you, I was on a troll account. I think you know who it was. That was the troll account that reached out to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
keep that to yourself, okay?
Right. Yeah.
But no, you did it with the utmost respect, and you have my respect wholeheartedly by doing what you did because you called her out. You called
Right, and
her
I
out
was
for her
not rude about it.
loss. Yeah.
Not one time. I
Yep.
was just like, show me that you really don't have one, and I will help you out. And I knew as soon as she paused, I said, she's going to move whatever was there and come back and show it. Why would you not show it right then and there? So
Right.
I called on, and I mean, you can tell it was a lie. Everybody called it out. It wasn't just me. And she got upset with me, and I had modded myself immediately because I'm like, I'm not modding for someone who's lying.
Right.
So I modded myself, and then she ended up blocking me. And I did come back with a troll account, and I did finish watching. I didn't tell her nothing, but I just wanted to see what she was saying about me after she blocked me.
Right.
So I was respectful. I wanted to know because I noticed she started to lie a little bit here and there, and then I noticed she was on every day asking for something.
TikTok villain in the chat here says, does she have a gambling problem that you're aware of?
I honestly don't know. I feel like it's something like that because she doesn't come off as an addict. It doesn't seem like that.
Right.
It could be. I don't know. It could be gambling. It could be a number of things. She's very new to TikTok going live.
Right.
So, I mean, whether she likes it or not, I'm gonna continue watching her. I have a troll account she's never known about,
Mm-hmm.
and I will figure it out eventually. You know that I can do research, but she plays victim a lot. She's like, oh, they're looking at my Facebook. Well, you came on here with your first and last name, and you gave out your personal information yourself.
Right.
So, and then then that really, I'm like sitting there, and she's like, I don't buy cigarettes. You think I can afford that? Then she said her neighbor offered to buy her cigarettes, and she said, you don't need to do that. It's not your responsibility to do that for me. But you won't come on TikTok and expect it to be everybody else's responsibility to get you a bed that you don't even need. Like,
Right.
I was like fuming. I'm like, this lady is lying.
Well, she is, and she compulsively lies day in and day out, day in and day out. Now, the thing that I did take notice is She does have that second page, Mama's Family.
Yes, she has like 4 pages. She
Right.
has that one, another one, a backup of Dr. Pepper Lover or Gingerbread, and then her main one.
And Dee in the comments down below stated that if she needs grocery money, she should sell one of her two phones that she has. I've already
Absolutely.
suggested that and got blocked because of that.
She also has a computer. Sell that too if you're hungry.
Yeah.
You're
I
one
mean,
person. It ain't that much food you need.
or hey, I got a nifty idea. Why
Hey,
don't you go
Erlina.
to the resource link tree that I have in my bio that's anonymous to use? I don't know anybody that uses it.
Right.
And
And a
I keep
lot of
that
people
as the
told her that.
respectful way.
A lot
And
of people told her that. And I
yeah,
went after everybody was saying all for one. I went and looked you up and I'm like, okay, yeah. So he gives out resources and you're respectful too
yes.
with it, very. And that's why I respect you. There's a lot of pages that do cover, people like her.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked at yours, it was a lot of, hey, I have resources thrown out to you, use it. It's there, use it. She could, but that's not what she's asking for money for is not really what she needs it for. That's why she's not using those resources.
Well
I
then,
promise you, no man from a thrift store held a
right,
bed for you and then
right.
delivered it for you, girl. Who is this man? Because it got to be you're like related to you to be doing so much. Thrift
Right.
stores don't do that.
No.
So I just found a lot of holes in her story, and I started to catch on. She didn't like it, so she blocked me, and I'm like, that's fine. I unmodded myself. I was like, I'm not being a mod for you.
Well, I look, you earn my respect for doing the right thing. Because, when it
Thank
comes
you.
to
I appreciate it.
awareness and how I like to do it, I approach individuals and give them everybody an equal chance. But they only get one chance. You want the resources, you're more than welcome to go through anything that's in that resource link tree. And let me tell you something, it's getting to be a big resource link tree, but that's because everybody in this live has put in their opinions, their ideas, their thoughts, their suggestions to additional resources. And I vetted every single one of them. I go through everything of them. And there is nothing that's wrong. Lasagna love. You get meals, lasagna meals sent to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's another one that's called No Food to Go, I believe, is one of my links that's in the link tree. And I just got done putting out the Christmas resources. But that No Food to Go is an app that's within your local area. So instead of a meal costing $20, it will say Applebee's, they're going to get rid of it and sell it for $10. And you have a certain amount of time frame to get that meal. Those are good apps because it saves you money. Instead of paying 20, now you're only paying 10.
Right.
So, but you know, if she needs food, she can reach in there. There's food pantries and a whole bunch of stuff that's help. I mean, did you know that the Salvation Army actually has the thrift shop in the state of Oklahoma?
No.
Yep.
She needs to exercise those resources. She could get so much,
Mm-hmm.
but she wants to continue to get cash. A lot of them only want the cash.
Exactly. And here's the other catch too, and we brought this out before in my live. Do not give them money through any pay apps because the minute you do, they have basic information on you. They have your name, your government name, if you're utilizing your pay apps.
Absolutely.
So,
But yeah, I was very respectful because I didn't want to be mean to her. I'm not a mean person like that. And I just came at her in a respectful way. And I was like, I just, help you if you prove that. And as soon as she paused, I was like, that girl's not going to the bathroom. She came back all out of breath. Her hair's all crazy because you was
yeah,
moving a whole bed just to come
yep,
back and show an apparent bed you didn't have. And that right there, I was like, no, I lost respect. I'm done with it. So
right.
yeah. And then she posted some bed or saying that was the one she got or whatever. But that could be from anywhere. Google is your
That's
best friend.
true. You're
So
absolutely correct.
yeah, it ain't showing no proof or nothing.
Right, right. So,
But
but
I appreciate you for having me in the box. I'm gonna get my kids to bed and stuff. But I did want to touch base about it because I heard her watching your live, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. talk to him because it's more productive anyway. So
Well, and I appreciate you coming up in a box, and you're more than welcome anytime at all to come up in a box here.
thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You take care for the evening.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, folks. Yeah, there is too much hate in this world, but at the same time, there's people that need help. And if they're not willing to turn around and reach out to get the help that is true help, long-term help, and only want your money, what do you call them? I call them scammers. I call them beggars because they're going to turn around and scam and beg money out of you. And that's how I roll with it. So, but yeah, those are proven facts. That's a proven truth. I appreciate Abby coming up into this box, up into our live, and putting out her information. She was truthful and honest. And I have respect for somebody that's like that. What I don't have respect for is when somebody lies, cheats, takes your money, manipulates, cries, whines, moans, groans. Oh, I need your money. Yes, Tammy, you're right. They need to help themselves first. So, yeah, exactly. Enchante, nuts. Yeah, I agree, villain. I agree 100%. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in the live, I appreciate you all for joining up into the live this evening. Judgment Day tomorrow, folks. And those that are going to court tomorrow are going to know the answers a lot sooner than we are. They're going to know a lot more of the truth, too. I'm going to jump off here and end the live for the night. I'm tired. You're welcome, Harley. You're welcome, Fly. I don't know. I'm going to look into that. But that's the other thing, too. Next live, I'm going to turn around and we're going to bring out about J. Paul. And a lot of information coming out about J. Paul. Other than that, I'm done for the night. Stick a fork in me. Don't forget the resources that are in the link tree for Christmas. I'm still working on additional ones. Please bear with me. I've been very busy. Yeah, I know, villain. Right? And there's another individual that I've got to reach out to that I have not forgotten that I have to work on getting assistance for a hospital bed. But like I said, I've been very busy. Everybody, stay safe. Do the right thing. Treat other people with respect. Hold your lives the way you want to, but at the same aspect, I would be very careful. Other than that, I'm done. Everybody, you have a great night, great week. Imprinted Angel, send me a DM and I can work with you on getting resources for cats. I also have a good friend that rescues cats too, and she might come up with some information and answers for us. So send me a DM, please. Other than that, I'm going to go watch the rest of the football game, Monday Night Football, and we'll see about going live. Also, we'll see what Wednesday brings us. Wednesday, apparently and allegedly, things might change on TikTok or for TikTok. We don't know yet. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Other than that, everybody stay safe, take care, have a great